All right, toy fans. So I'm here with another one of our Jazwares Builder accessory packs. Now, this is, I believe, number 5 in the series of 5 packs that they have out. So they've got Forest, which we've talked about. They've got City, which we've talked about. And I've bought several Forest packs and City packs at this point. We've got the sports pack, which we looked at. We've got the medieval pack that we just recently looked at, and the last pack is actually the space pack. Now, I don't deal in a lot of space, but I do have some of the Lego Interstellar kits, as well as some of the old Lego City kits that are like service shuttles, Mars mission stuff. So I do have them. And actually, out of all of those, some of the Interstellar kits, which were like the kits where they were mining, trying to find like the little crystal things to power their vehicles. Like I really like those sets, and that's the new Lego City stuff from this last recent year, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty decent stuff. They've got a kit here that ties into that and a few other things. So stick with me and we'll talk about it because this might actually go even further back and hit up some stuff in the early kind of mid 90s of kits that are have come and have long passed. So you definitely want to keep your eyes open for this particular kit, especially if you want to replace some things and do some things to repair some of those old sets. So let's take a look at the packaging first. This is the Builder BLDR. This is by Jazwares, the same people that make Fortnite figures, and they've made oh my goodness, Fortnite and Roblox and those, but they have their own building kits. So their building kits right now are BLDR, which is short for builder. And they've got like Hello Kitty, Squishimals, that sort of thing in there. But the builder kits so far that they have that's just kind of generic, hey, they fit right in with Lego. And that's something that we like. It's definitely worth looking at for world building aspect of things. Now with this kit, we get 78 pieces. This is the space accessory pack, so this is space themed. You get a nice kind of render of some of the stuff here, kind of what it's supposed to look at. We also brought up our phone this time so we could open up Target because these are sold exclusively right now at Target. I haven't seen them anywhere else. I could be wrong, but so far I've only been catching them at Target, and that's something to keep in mind. Now, with this, we do get the purple and pink this time for the space theme. This is a lot brighter than the other packs that we've had in the past. And yeah, you get purple in the back, and then that's it. Nothing else. There's no other renders or anything else, and there's no anything here to talk about like legalese. They do have a buildbricks.com here, which I haven't actually gone to, but it might have some extra info on these. But that's it. That is absolutely it. Other than that, this is your pack, and there's not a lot in it. $4.99 for 78 pieces. This is looking pretty good. Let's open this up. Let's take a look and see what all we have in there. So that way we can find out if this is really worth that $4.99 price. So far, everything that we have gotten from them has been pretty good. So let's open this up. Let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and open up my app here so I can kind of take a look at the Target app and make sure we're getting everything that we need. Now, out of this, one big thing, we do get 2 space boulders already out of the gate, and we've got 2 big space boulders along with a piece here that carries your boulder. So already looking superb out of the gate. First thing first, of course, you can pop this thing open here. If we can pop it open, I'm sure I can. Here we go. And we do have space to put our crystals. We're going to put our yellow crystals in that one. Boom. And then on this one over here, I guess we're going to let's put an orange crystal in there, right? So different crystals, different types of things. They're almost like kyber crystals in a way. Got some orange blade stuff. Got some fluorescent green stuff. Now, what I was talking about with the idea of kind of world building. So if you remember back in the day, I miss them. It's one of those sets I'd love to go back and get them, but they're so expensive. Unfortunately, mine got donated a long time ago, and my cousins tore them apart. And I really wanted those sets, but Ice Planet had some fluorescent orange. Now, this isn't as vibrant as the Lego fluorescent orange, but it's pretty close. You get two skis and two of these handheld saws that are in the molding of the Ice Planet stuff, which is super, 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 super good. It's highly superb. So it's definitely one of those. It's worth getting it just on that level. Now, looking at the rest of this, we do have a couple of pickaxes. Let's go. We'll go one pickaxe. I'm kind of scoot this forward a little bit. I believe we should have another. I don't know. Let's see. We got oh yeah, here's another pickaxe right here. We do have a couple of these hand saws, which are nice. We do get some dynamite. Oh man, even if I don't use this with space, I'll use that with my Western themed stuff for sure. Get a couple of shovels, which are always good to have. So we got some shovels. Out of these, we do have multiple crystals. So let's see. So far, I believe that's 5 crystals. Let's take a look, because I wanted to make sure I put a crystal in this one. So we get 2 boulders and 2 orange, it looks like, and then 3 of the green crystals, and that's superb. I like that. We do get a couple of these pieces here, so we've got some pieces that go on hands, which, let's see what they have us building right now, okay? I have a feeling that they want us to put things together in a very specific way. We do have this, so that way we can build some, I guess, like some terrain. We'll put that on here, and you know what? Let's put some crystals on there. Boom. Boom. So we got some, we'll put orange crystals on this one. This is one specific type of rock. And then over here, we'll build another one, kind of over here. Boom. And this one right here we'll kind of put right there. We'll put this crystal on there. So we got ourselves some rock formations with crystals. We also get ourselves a big old lug wrench. That's pretty cool to have. All right. And, I am going to look at, okay. So it looks like this thing right here. So we're going to kind of put this together. This has got some pretty interesting stuff. I'm going to see if I can kind of mimic what they have and kind of build what they have from this kit in order to make what they're making. So it looks like we got ourselves like a mining robot. I'll kind of bring it over like this so we can see. Well, let's see. Can we see that? Yeah, we can see that. Okay. So it looks like a mining robot. So I think this is going to snap into here. Boom. That'll kind of, and these Technic pieces, that you kind of have to be like, when you work with them, you kind of have to press them in. So we'll put this here. It looks like we got another set of these on the back side. We've got one of these plates back here. I think that's where our extra, yeah, this thing is actually, it's either going to hold your crystal, or that's going to be a thing that's like, I guess, like, I don't know, like powering it maybe. So we'll put that on top, and then we'll get this little textured tile here for the top of the robot. And then, biggity boom, we'll put a, boom, looky there. It's got a couple of saws on there. That's actually kind of cool. Now, originally, I was going to take at one point I was like, I'm going to sell my space stuff, because it doesn't really fit in with the city-themed things that I have. But honestly, I might actually pull back a little bit. And the reason why is because I might actually make a meteor that's hurling down to Earth, and they are trying to mine and break this thing up in atmosphere as it's falling to its doom. At least that's what I'm thinking on storytelling. Now, I'm pretty sure we've got another thing in there, but we got these hand pieces that have like nice little drill bits on it. Let's go back and look at this right here. Okay, so I figure we'll take this and we'll figure out how to put this one together. Looks like we got 1, 2, and 3. So we've got 3 of these axles. which means that we're going to have a whole bunch of wheels. So let's pop these wheels on, and we'll kind of stick them in here. Now, thankfully, all the wheel plates on some of the vehicles. I've had some vehicles that did not have studs underneath, but thankfully these do. So if it is something that I want to make a meteor of and, you know, have it hanging from the top of the building with all these flames coming out, and they're diligently like drilling into this thing, this asteroid, as it hurtles down to Earth, then I have a place where I can peg it. That goes to that little hand piece right there. And I don't have to worry about this thing rolling off the side. But they do have this option for the kids for play, which really, these sets are kind of perfect for kids, you know. Gives them a little extra imaginative push, and you got yourself a rolling cart. And they roll pretty well. All right. Now, with that being said, let's take a look. Okay, we've got, looks like this piece goes on the back. Looks like this is going to go up here. This is going to snap onto here. And we got one of these. Now, let's see. I'm trying to take a look. See, I guess this is going to go like that. This is going to go up here. And then I guess we can just start stacking these pieces up here. And yeah, 1, 2. We got ourselves a hook. And let's put these on the back. So 1 right here. And 2. Boom. And you got yourself a little, almost like a little scorpion droid. So that way it can pick up the rocks here. Wow. And drive them around. Take them to the destination for them to break it up on the surface. Do whatever they need to do. Now, if we go back, let's see. Let's take a look. See what they got. It's just kind of a roll around looking at the rest of this. Yeah. And then that's it. I mean, that's essentially it. You know what? Let's do this. Let's take a look at the actual, we'll turn that around. We'll go to the, we'll go to the builder bricks. We'll accept, and we'll take a look, and it just takes you to the site. So there's nothing specific about it that's like, they don't really give you anything extra. These, I guess you could use as crystals, so you could always just kind of set them up like this. They're technically rocket bottoms, but, you know, hey, who's judging, right? And what's cool, these have an extra stud on it, so you could always stud like more pieces into it. And then you get kind of a slew of extra stuff here where you can, I don't know, if you want, you could probably, I'm trying to think of a way that you could build this in to add more to it, to make more stuff. You could always, well, I was going to say if it had another stud on that, we could put that way. This can fit on here, I guess, if you wanted to, well, doesn't exactly work the way we want. Maybe do it like where you do a double claw in there. You could always, I don't know, take this and set it up over here. There's all sorts of options. You get some extra pieces. Honestly, some of this stuff I'll use for some other build stuff down the road. You could always like kind of peg this in and carry it. I mean, and you got some extra translucent orange grease. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was awful. But you do get some really cool things. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to keep this stuff as is. You can break it up however you want. You can use the claws for other things. I believe that there was a minor series that used those. You've got these skis that were from Frozen Planet. You got pickaxes, dynamite, all sorts of things. It's a pretty cool set, honestly. At 78 pieces at $4.99, and you're getting some really interesting stuff. I dig it. I would say, again, if I didn't go to the site and look it up on Target, and here's the interesting part is I went and looked it up on Target. when we went to the site, there was no, PDF or anything like that to talk about the how to build this stuff. It's just kind of a bag of blocks and accessories, which for creative minds, that's great. You get a one picture of one of the items on the bag, but it's not a very good render. So I think something like just having a little piece of paper that shows either the finished product or shows a few build techniques, I think would be great to help the kids. So that way they can figure it out and they can get this. I think that's the one thing standing in the way of the builder kits for the kids is that there's no instructions that kind of guide them through anything. I do like what Jazwares is doing with the builder kits. The builder kits, in my opinion, are amazing and they're great for world building. If you have a kid that really, really loves Lego and they're really into either space or medieval or sports or that sort of thing, these kits lend a beautiful hand in helping kind of get them extra accessories that they need. I'd love to see more things like maybe a fire or services kit. I'd like to see maybe a mail kit. Maybe other things for cities, including like airplanes or things like that, that are kind of small builder kits that they could use. And granted, I would want them to come with minifigs, but I also know that Lego holds the patented rights to the Lego minifig, and that is a very coveted item. Slubon has their own. Um, oh my goodness, Slubon has their own. Lego has their own. Even Lumabricks has their own minifigs because they want to avoid any copyright issues with Lego. So kind of making the minifigs off on the side and doing their own thing for a big company is hard to do. However, these kits here, there's a lot of build potential even without the minifig that we could do that kind of adds into the world build for the kids to get to put together. Vehicles would be great, and I know we got a motorcycle one. Police motorcycle would be even more excellent, even a small like fire truck sort of thing, little things you can do in order to give us more. So that's all I got to say about the space pack. Listen, this thing at $4.99 at Target, in my opinion, it's well worth it. When I incorporate it into my asteroid, I'm going to incorporate every aspect of it with my Lego space kits from the city line. I think it'll fit in beautifully, nicely. It's worth it in my opinion. I absolutely adore this set, and I'm glad I picked it up. So all I got to say about the space set. Thank you all for showing up. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.